Hi Elsie, how are you doing?
Hi Bob, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So thank you so much for agreeing to participate in this interview.
Anytime.
And I would like to know a little bit about what's going on your end as far as this COVID-19 is concerned. What's going on?
At the moment I can say things are looking up
Mm-hmm.
because they've started opening up the state. Like some beaches are open. Right now
Mm-hmm.
people can go to the beaches.
Yes.
Most restaurants right now are allowing people to eat in, but with a 25% capacity limitations.
Yes.
So I'm hoping with that, I'm hopeful. I
Okay,
think
good.
we'll beat this thing soon,
Awesome.
very soon.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm aware that your first semester is over.
Yeah.
So when did you finish your final exams?
I did my last exam on 9th of May.
Okay,
That's last Friday.
last Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. And when is the next semester starting?
The next semester begins on 17th of August because right now we are on summer break.
Mm-hmm.
So the next semester, the fall semester will begin in August. So we are free until August.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we are.
Good.
It's
And you are not traveling anywhere, not going home, you're just staying. I mean,
I'd
you're not
love
going back to Kenya, you're just staying here, right?
Yeah, of course, because again, I'd love to, but with this COVID-19 situation, it's
Yes.
not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It might be a very boring summer because also you can't even work on campus, because
It-
with all this COVID, nothing is open in campus. So,
Like
you know,
it doesn't even seem like summer, but
yeah.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
things will get better really soon.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, when it comes to your exams, right?
Uh,
So, it was first time you came to the US, first semester, first time that you're doing these exams. Can you describe the exam structure and
uh,
grading system for the course?
so for like my course, I had two main exams this
Mm-hmm.
semester. I had 3 units, and
Mm-hmm.
they all had two main exams.
Mm-hmm.
The first exam ones, we did them just before spring break, which was
Mm-hmm.
sometimes in March.
Mm-hmm.
And then exams two, we did at the end of the semester. That is last week. Last week was just exams, the
Okay.
end of semester exams.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the grading system, it's a little bit different here because
Mm-hmm.
an A here starts from 90 to 100%, at least for
Correct.
my course, but I think it's
Yeah, pretty much everywhere. Even when I was in school here,
standard.
that's how
Yeah,
it was. Mm-hmm.
a B 80 to 89.999,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a D 70 to 79.99,
Mm-hmm.
a D 60 to 69.99, and anything below 60 is a fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you allowed to get a C in your master's program?
Yes, they allow that. They allow us see some units.
Some units, okay.
It's different for every unit. Like
Okay.
two of the units, they had up to C, and
Mm-hmm.
then one of the units had even a D.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's different for every unit, for every professor, it's different.
Okay. So when you say like you only had like two exams for two units, what about the other unit? What did you do?
Sorry?
So you said you had like you had two exams for two units, right?
For the 3 units.
For the
All of
three no, for the three units, but you had only two exams.
Yeah.
So, but I'm expecting if it's three units, then you'd have had three exams. What?
Oh no, what I mean is
Mm-hmm.
for each unit, so I did 6 exams. What I mean is for each
Mm-hmm.
each unit has two
Mm-hmm.
main exams. One you do it before the spring break, and then the last one you do it end of semester.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So
Okay.
it's 6 exams,
Ah,
the three
okay.
units. Yeah.
All right, good. Now, other than the exams that you did, right? Did
Uh-huh.
you have like any assignments, and how was that part of your final grade? Can you explain a little bit
So
about that?
assignment, one thing I noticed here
Mm-hmm.
that is different from back in Kenya,
Mm-hmm.
they give a lot of assignments. I
Mm-hmm.
had exams assignments for every class, and the
Yeah,
assignments contribute a lot to the final grade,
yeah,
which
they
is a
do.
good thing because with the exams,
Yes,
with the assignments, you
yeah,
have time to go do some research,
yes,
work on them, then
yeah,
submit. Of course, they have a deadline and a
yeah,
submission date and time, but
yeah,
with assignments, it's not the same as exams where you have to do them on the spot.
yeah. And it seems like you'd have assignments like after every lesson, right? Pretty
Every
much.
lesson had assignments. So if I have a Monday class,
Mm-hmm.
like the way I had the 2 p.m. Monday class, I'd
Mm-hmm.
have an assignment for that week,
Mm-hmm.
submit it before the next week's Monday class.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the deadline would be at 1 p.m. and I have the class at 2 p.m. And then for
Uh-huh.
that, just get another assignment, submit it the following week, like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Are those assignments hard? Because I remember even when we called you and we wanted to go out for lunch with family, and you are like, "Oh, Bob,
Exactly.
I have
I had
assignments." I'm like,
assignments. They were really, really tough,
uh-huh.
especially for me because it was a new thing. I was learning a totally new thing,
Mm-hmm.
coding and everything. It was tough. I was always in my room. Sometimes me and my roommate did not even see each other. We could even spend 2 days without seeing each other because I'm
Wow.
always in my room
Mm-hmm.
working on codes, doing assignments. Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you mind sharing how you performed in your exams, if you don't mind?
I don't mind at all.
Mhm.
I got all A's for the
Wow, congratulations.
thank you. So they had
You are like so worried initially. I was like, if you're straight A student and you're worried about what you're doing, and I'm like, what about the other people who didn't score an A?
yeah,
Yeah, but I think it took you a lot of hard work to score
had
that, right?
a lot of hard work and sacrifice. A
Yes.
lot of it, yes.
Ah, okay, cool, cool, cool. So, so what are the classes that you took this semester? When someone hears like, oh, I just took 3 classes, and back home we used to, like, in a semester we used to have, like, I don't know, five,
Even
6 units,
yeah,
7 units, right? And here you're just taking 3 and you're complaining. Can you explain a little bit about those classes? Tell us what was the course name, what did each unit entail?
the things here, the
Mhm,
difference is things here are
mhm,
so hands-on
mhm,
and the courses take a lot. If
mhm,
if the 3 units are
mhm.
equivalent to the 7 or 6 that we do back in Kenya, because everything is so hands-on
Yes.
and it's very demanding, not
Mhm,
like back at home. So I
yes.
had 3 units, like I earlier mentioned. I
Yes.
did database design and administration. So for this one, it entailed creating databases for firms or organizations
Mhm.
using a programming language known as SQL. So
Oh,
for example,
awesome, awesome. Oracle is written using SQL, and Oracle is one of the
it's not,
programs that we run on the side. Mm-hmm.
uh, that's really nice to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for example, let's take like a hospital scenario. So
Mm-hmm.
you a certain hospital wants you to build them a database.
Yeah.
You collect all information from that hospital, let's say on the wards, the nurses, the patients, anyone involved in that hospital,
Mm-hmm.
the doctors, physicians, beds, and everything.
Yeah.
You build tables using another tool now we call SQL Server Management Studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of those tables, you have to connect everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can run now SQL commands to create reports. Let's say the supervisor wants to know how
Mm-hmm.
many patients have been admitted the last week, by which nurses, to what wards, and all that, the
Mm-hmm.
treatments they're receiving. Now you can run SQL
Mm-hmm.
commands to come up with such a report to
Yeah.
present to the
Yeah. Yeah.
supervisor.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, if I gave you our Oracle environment and ask you to run a query from the database, you'd be able to get something, right?
Sure.
Wow, oh, that's awesome. That's nice. Great. So, okay, that's that one. How about the other ones?
Then I had another one called Systems Analysis and Design. So for this one, we were doing it in groups. So what we were doing, you take the business environment. Is that Chloe?
Yeah. She's always interested.
Hi, Chloe.
Say hi to Auntie.
Hi.
Let's see. Uh-huh.
She's like, who's that? She has forgotten me. I should come sit her.
I know, right? Yeah, I think she remembers. Let's go. Let's keep going.
For systems analysis, we were looking at the business environment. So for any sector, you identify system gaps, market gaps in that particular sector that you choose to work on. Then you come up with an app that solves that problem. So for a group, we came up with an app that we called Auto Trade. So what it did is, it was for the stock trading. So what it did was, you see the way stock traders sit in front of a computer all day to try and see the time
check the market, how is
to try identify that perfect moment to sell or buy stock. So what you do with the app, you just put in your trading plan, and when it's the right moment, the app makes the trading for you. So I have very good team members that I learned a lot from, especially this Chinese guy. He was really good. Chinese are really good in technology too. I learned a lot from
You said Chinese?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really
your program pretty much, like you said earlier when you had an interview there for your orientation, you said like 90% it's Asians, right?
Yeah, it's Asians.
Wow.
So that Chinese guy, I've learned a lot from him. A lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this application, do you guys, do you take it further, or is it just for the class?
It's a prototype. It's for the class. It's a prototype, but it actually works. You have to show how it works, how the trader will input the information, the pattern it will show. So you have to show the working. It's not just something theoretical. You come up with something that should work, and the professor tries it out. Yeah. So that's the second unit.
Yes.
The third one I did, it was called Enterprise Resource Management System. This one was more business oriented. So what happened in this one, we were divided into groups, and then we were 6 groups. And then you put in, there's a business simulation that's online called Capstone. So you assume the role of a company's CEO, and then you have to make decisions. Your aim is to sell sensors. The six groups, companies sell sensors. So you assume the roles of CEO and make decisions regarding every aspect of a company: production, sales, marketing, etc. Yes. And then you compete on selling the sensors. So there were 8 rounds. So after every round, you are shown the performance for every company. So this is where now the data analytics kicks in, because for you to improve in the next round, you have to analyze all the strategies for the other companies for the first round and know how to improve your company's decisions and everything for the second round to beat them. So it was very interesting. Actually, at the end, our group was the best. We emerged.
You see how different this is, right? Because you see, when I remember when I went to Strathmore University, right? And the only time that we did something like major was in last, 4th year when we did our research work. And pretty much everything that I did in that research work was not even my work, right? Here you learn a lot,
And then another thing here is no joyriding. You have to do your part.
You have to do, yes, that's what it is.
They do not joke. If you think you're in a group and you're going to joyride for the others to do the work and you're just there getting marks, that's why they won't allow you to.
Yeah. And then that's why I was telling you, like, even in the tech industry, right? Because we want you guys, when you are done with this program, with your masters, then you can be able to work out there as a you know, a business analyst, systems analyst, right? Like what I used to do, right? So that's what I want you guys to, you know, to do out there as consultants. And actually it's the same. You have to go there and deliver. You know, these companies, they hire you for you to provide solutions to their problems.
Yeah.
You know, you go, let's say, for example, you're hired as a robotics process automation developer, systems analyst, or business analyst. You have to go there and provide the solutions for automation. You know, if you can't, then you can't even survive in the project. You know, so this master's program prepares you very, very well for this. You know, and that's really why we want you guys to take this kind of programs, because they're gonna prepare you very, very well. You can imagine now, if you really went to, even if you learned robotics process automation from our training here, and you didn't have that kind of background that you're now having, it will still have been very difficult for you, because you didn't have this kind of background, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Now that you've talked about that, right? Can you tell me, like, you know, you didn't have any, you know, IT background, right? You had what's your bachelor's again?
Procurement and
contract management, right? So that kind of background, right? And now you are coming and doing an IT program. We have a lot of people who have similar background like you in our program, who have not come here yet, of course, right? Now we want to prepare them. They need to know exactly what is expected of them, and that's really why I'm having this conversation with you, so that you can give some insight into how really it is here, you know. So you coming from a business background without any IT background, and here you are doing, like, you know, programming languages like SQL and things like that. How challenging was that?
It was very challenging, but one thing I came to realize at the beginning, I got discouraged a little bit, which is very normal, because
remember I told you the first few days, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know whether I feel like I'm Greek, and all these Indians, they understand everything, and I'm like the only one. I told you, chill. Okay, let me tell you before we finish this, right? You know, when I came to the US to study MBA, right? I had registered for financial management class, which is basically more of like financial, you know, math and stuff like that. And even though I was good in math, and you know, that class, I was like so scared. I thought that probably maybe I'm gonna fail, and I withdrew, you know, from the class, you know. And later on, even that record is still on my transcript, because it can't just go away. It shows that you withdrew if you drew, you know, very late. So I was scared, but later on, the following semester, I took the class and it was so easy. And I'm like, why was I scared the first time, you know? So anyways, continue. Sorry for interrupting you. I just got excited and I had to share that before I forgot about it.
I can totally relate, because at the beginning I was very, let's say, intimidated, because now here I am in a class full of Asians. Asians are really good in IT, and most of them had an IT background. So I was like, me, I can't do this. I can't compete with these people. But the secret is, number one, putting your mind into it and deciding that failure is not an option. That is what I did. I decided, okay, we are here, we have to do this, and there's no failing. That really helps. That attitude, when you set your mind into doing something and you want to achieve and be successful, and you'll do anything to get what you want, it really helped me. Number two, working extra hard. I cannot tell you the number of sleepless nights I've had. I've had this semester. But you see, at the end, the hard work is totally worth it. So you have to be ready to work extra hard to be at par with the people with an IT background. You have to be ready to work extra, you know, to catch up.
Correct.
Number three, a lot of consultation with the professors. The professors here are very, like for me this semester, I had very good professors, and I think they're all like that. Like they're very, very ready to help you. So anytime I had some things I did not understand, or some problems anywhere, and like especially when the schools were on, I was always in their offices making consultations and everything. So that is very, very important too. So those are the three the 3 tips that I used.
Yeah,
But attitude is
that's not.
everything.
Yeah, that's
And
a not, I mean, that's not an easy course, you know, and that's why I also, you know, like I said earlier, that's why they don't even take a lot of people in those classes. I mean, like, for example, if you compare your program with like what you'd have in an MBA class, surely,
yeah.
I mean, you'll find there's a lot of people in an MBA class because MBA, it's easy, it's what it is, you know, but this one, it's quite tough. And
Yeah.
just be honest. Do you think someone who is just average can be able to handle this kind of master's program?
No.
No, right? That's the
No.
truth.
It's what
I see this all the time, even in our Oracle programs, right? Oracle robotics, the one that we normally train here, right?
Yeah.
Like I normally see, because you know, customers, when they, you know, they join the programs, me, I'm always very open to them. I tell them what it is. You know, the expectation is very high, you know.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people, they come to the program and they can't cope up with the demands of the program. They
Yeah.
start failing, you know, because this is one of those industries where it's either you know or you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no shortcut.
There's
Yeah.
no between. It's either you know or you don't know.
Yeah, and people get discouraged and all that. I'm like, you know, this is one of those industries, you really have to be smart. It's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why even in our Kenya Airlift program, we can't take anyone even without a B, you know, B mean grade and a B plus in math, because we know what is expected of them here.
Yeah.
You know, in your master's program and even in our, you know, IT training programs, we know what the expectation. Okay, so you know, a lot of people, they want to get in, but there's nothing much that we can do really, because we know exactly, you know, that's why even like these programs also, they don't just accept anyone. They look at those transcripts. They know this student is good. When they accept you, they know that you can do the program. Otherwise, they reject a lot of other people.
They do.
A lot.
Because I remember even for orientation, when we came in, they told us they had so many applications. Over 20,000 applications, but they took, we were, I think, we were 320 something for that spring semester, for the spring semester.
Out of all those thousands.
Yes, they have very many applications.
That's what people need to understand. That's why even like, you know, we have to scrutinize those transcripts for anyone who is coming through our Kenya Airlift program, you know, because we don't want someone to just join the Kenya Airlift program and then they're not even able to get accepted to schools, because these schools, they really look at those things. They look at your CV, they see whether you can be able to do this or not.
They actually do, yes, that's true.
Yeah, they want someone who can succeed, not just take anyone just because someone can be able to pay for it, you know. And another thing I always say this also, it's because anyone who can do this kind of program, this is someone who can, they have a very high chance of getting employed, because this is a smart person. Now, even these lenders that partner with these schools and they want, you know, to lend loans to those who are studying for these courses, they know, because these loans are unsecured loans, they know that anyone who is doing like an analytics course, that person is not, that person is good. So there's high chances of that person getting a job because they are smart. And this is IT. IT, it's all about smartness.
True.
You know, so those are the kind of things I always like, you know, letting people know, like, you know, why we are rejecting someone and yet maybe they scored a B, or, you know, they scored a B minus or C plus, like that. Very, very important. I'm glad you're having this conversation so that people can clearly hear it from the horse's mouth. You are the one who is in school there, and you are the one who has gone through this program, so you know exactly what it is. Yeah. Did you say something that I cut you off?
I was saying that now I totally understand the way
you get it.
The way I now get it. The way you guys filter people.
Yes.
I totally understand right now, because honestly speaking, it's not for everyone.
Not for, I always say the same thing. This is not for anyone out there on the streets. It's not. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Now, other than assignments, how is the classes generally like? You know, is there any discussions that goes on when the class is on? Like, can you like walk us through typical lesson?
A typical lesson is like for my classes this semester. For the simulation class, there was a lot of discussions. Like the professor would teach for like half the number of hours. It was
How
from
many hours?
It was from 6:30 to 9:30, so like three hours.
Yeah.
Yes, on Thursdays. So he'd teach for 1.5 hours, and then let us now do discussions, make our decisions for the companies, and submit. Yes. So it's different for every class. For my other two classes, the systems analysis and the database, it was mainly, those hands-on units. So it was mainly practical. You with your laptop, there was not much discussion. Like much discussion was after class. But during class, it was the professor showing you things, teaching for the syllabus for that lesson, and you doing some practical work on your laptop as expected, because it's an IT course. So you have to carry your laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have a laptop. There's no way that you can.
If you don't, you're lost. It's like going to the farm without a hoe.
Okay, I see. Okay, now you've talked about how you coped with the classes and all that, new environment and stuff like that. Okay, now how did you cope up with the demands of our training with your schoolwork? Be honest.
It was tough. At the beginning, I was like, okay, no, me, I don't think I can do this. I only have 24 hours like everyone else. How am I expected to go to class?
Yes.
A training on the side from Upstack.
Yeah.
Go to work like when the schools were open. I was like, you know what? I think this is not for me. I don't think I can do this. But like I said, once I decided I'm going to do this and put my mind to it, I was able to. And another thing that really helped me was having a schedule. Having a schedule is very important because, at this time I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
So there's no activity takes the time for the other. So you have time for each activity. And that makes it really not easy, but manageable.
Correct.
Second thing, sacrifice. You have to sacrifice a lot of your leisure time. That time you'll be watching a movie or relaxing or sleeping, and a lot of your sleep
You
time.
refuse to go for lunch with us on a Sunday afternoon, I remember. So, yeah.
Very often I do not even go for lunch with you guys. Imagine it was that demanding.
I told Pauline, like, if you see Elsie not even wanting us to go and pick her up, and we wanted to pick you up, we go eat and then come drop you back home. And I'm like, if you see Elsie not even wanting to go for this lunch,
what time? If I had a group meeting, a group discussion, it was for that class, the simulation class. It was for that class. So I was saying, like, you have to sacrifice a lot of your leisure time, sleeping time. Like I've been sleeping for like 4 to 5 hours.
Yes.
So you have to be ready to do that. But I'm not saying do not rest. Rest is very important. There were times even me, I'd shut down everything. I'd feel overwhelmed. I shut down everything and just take a long nap. It's good to unwind. Do not kill yourself at the same time. It's good to unwind. But all I'm saying is,
yes,
plan your time accordingly. It's just, that's it. A schedule and being ready to sacrifice.
And you didn't tell them now, so you have to work also. You have other things that you're working, you're working in school, during the day.
That's why I'm saying a schedule really helps.
Yeah.
Planning your time really well.
Yeah. And sometimes also working those jobs, you can be working like 10 hours continuously and you're standing, working.
Like for me, not you can, that is what I was doing. Because during the week I had, like I said, a lot of assignments. This was a new thing. So my classes were very demanding for me. What I decided to do, because I did not have classes on Friday and Saturdays, I decided I'd be working on Fridays and Saturdays. So I used to work for 10 hours on Friday and 10 hours on Saturday.
10 hours.
Straight. Yes, standing. So that's to Thursday. Yes.
Tell them what kind of job it is. These people, they need to hear. Here it's America. You see, people think like, oh, it's easy. It's the US. Tell them what you have to go through. This is hard work throughout. Hmm?
So I used to work at it's like a restaurant
Mm.
called BurgerFi. It's BurgerFi and Starbucks. They are joint.
Yeah.
So that's why I used to work. Sometimes I would work at the cashiers. Other
Yeah.
times I'd be in the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
making sandwiches. Other time I'd be washing dishes. Other time you'll find me cleaning
Washing dishes.
and tables and cleaning tables and
And
mopping.
clean.
So we did everything. We used, like today in your schedule, you will find that for the first 4 hours you're at the cashier, and then someone else comes in. Then you go back to the kitchen. You start cleaning dishes like that. So I used to do everything
Yeah.
before COVID-19 happened, and they had to close the school.
And one thing here in America, people really work. Like you can't even just go to that kind of job and just try to hide. Like there's no time that you're gonna be doing nothing.
You have to work, and
You
it
have to be doing something. Yes, I've
was
done
very,
these jobs.
you don't even have time to joyride or
Mm-hmm.
it was extremely busy. So you're always working. So after those 10 hours,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God. It,
Wow, wow, wow,
it,
wow.
it's been, it's been a roller coaster this semester.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Wow, good. Now, in a nutshell, before we finish this, right? How would you describe the first semester in the US as a master's international student through the Kenya Airlift program?
Honestly, I cannot even lie.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really tough, especially at the beginning,
Yes,
but very fulfilling at the same time in
correct.
terms of what I've been able to achieve, how much I've learned,
Yes.
and the fact that I have you guys. When you have someone that you know that I can call anytime, I can rely
Anytime.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes.
things get easy. At least you feel you belong.
Yeah. And we usually have our evening meetings every week.
Yes, and we have our evening meetings where you
Yeah.
ask us what's going on, any problem, do you need help with anything?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is very important for us because we're in a foreign land. So when you know there's someone that's there for you anytime and they're
Yeah.
there to hold your hand to the end,
Yes.
it's very important and
Yeah.
it feels good. So
Yeah.
it's been tough, but very fulfilling. I'm happy. I thank God for so far. And now I'm more encouraged than ever. Now that I've seen I can do this, I
And
am
this next
more
semester, you can do more than 3 units. You can do up to 5.
yeah. Yeah.
You're so scared you couldn't do more than 3.
I was very scared, very scared.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But we live and we learn. It's a good thing. Now I've learned.
Yep.
It's been a good experience. It's a new good experience.
Good, good, good.
Now I
Awesome.
know I've tested my limits. Now I know I can do things I never thought I would. So now I'm very encouraged.
Okay, that's good. So thank you so much, Elsie. Chloe, say bye to Elsie before you leave.
Chloe.
Yeah, thank you
But
so much for for taking your time to come and discuss this. It's very, very important that people who are out there and they want to come and through our program,
yeah.
just to have a feel of exactly what it is really.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very
From the
important.
horse's mouth.
Correct. Yes, it's very, very important that they really hear this. And thank you so much for sharing all the information with us.
You're very welcome anytime.
All right. Thank you, and have a good evening.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.